do something like this out the summer, because look at the turnout they get shot. Maybe that's what they're going to start.
That's why I thought, like, you know,
I mean, I had
we have.
I had live music for my wife's birthday one time. We ended up with a crowd from the Woolly Pig, thanks to Jesse, I think.
There you go.
But we had like a crowd from the Woolly Pig at our house. And you know, it's a good party when you look at your security camera at 2 a.m. and you see a vehicle finally pull away because somebody's sleeping it off in their car before they took off to home. I'm like, and I don't even know who they were.
It's like stuff. It's like here the guards playing. We're only 16 years old. That's my girlfriend. She won. She come on. She knows what it's next. So you know, but that's probably it. It's the lowest one. Son, man. So you know, I'll vote for herself and everything.
My yard was full. So I mean, anything, especially when it's free to the community. It's something different.
Well, I'm trying to get sponsor Jones place over there. Yeah. Just have more.
You didn't ask me.
Think those were, I might, would want to do just. That's not. So even.
It's 7:00. Let's call the meeting to order.
Nation.
Our Father in heaven, we thank you for granting us the privilege to meet tonight. We ask for your blessing, wisdom, and guidance as we conduct the business of the village. Amen. Roll call. Fisher,
Yes.
Percy,
Yes.
O, Maple,
Here.
Mauer,
Yes.
Yoho.
Any discussion about the minutes on March 23rd regular meeting? Okay, then I'm looking for a motion to approve the minutes from the March 23rd regular meeting.
Make a motion to accept the minutes of March 23rd. Second.
Maple, Mauer,
Yes.
Yoho, O,
Yes.
Fisher,
Yes.
Percy.
Yes.
No correspondence. Do you have visitors this evening? Todd, would you like to talk?
Just a little while ago, I'm retiring at the end of June. Joe came up so that you get to see him, the name of the face. They were right. Assistant Chief Financial Officer and Joe Hart will be known as the chief of the Charlotte County unless they're changing titles. So I'll let Joe say a few words. Thanks for all your help with the years. Appreciate it.
Thanks for all you
Thank
done.
you.
Yeah.
Todd said, my name's Joe. I'll try to do help. It's kind of small for what we're doing here. For this year. Today, take 120 runs, George. 97 of those. Last year, we did a total of 6,113 runs county. Exported about 4,040 of those people to the hospital. Yeah, they, 3.7 million. We've collected about a little over 1.5. Questions?
Welcome to the team. They've already been part of it, but
So, yes. Stack.
thank you.
Your number.
Can't do my fault. We don't want you to feel left out. I'm good. I'm like, you guys having fun? All right. Moving on to the committee reports, building and property,
Nothing tonight.
community and business development.
Just very little. We locked in the contracts for the, concert that we're gonna have over here this summer, June 27th. All general nations show up to see Matt Hastings and the Bluegills, which is gonna be a national act very soon, and also Ultimate Van Halen Tribute Panama. So look forward to seeing everybody over there.
Community relations.
Okay. We are WL, met recently. And, the senior banners that are running along Main Street, they have 31 this year and they're hoping for 45 next year. So pay attention for that, sign up next year. The Christmas banners will be the digital media program at Ridgewood will be taking over that program and they'll be looking for sponsors, right?
Correct.
And flowers for the flower baskets have been picked out. And there is a 4-H group that will be helping to plant those. The Lisa Flag program is going on and that is $30 until May the 10th. And after that, it's $35. They're available at the Palette Treasures and French Press Cafe. So everybody sign up for that. Ladies Night Out. This is a great event that the Januzzi Club has always done, and we are WL is helping them with that this year. It's $25 a ticket. It's May the 12th, on Tuesday, 6 p.m., Ridgewood Middle School. They've sold about 100 tickets. Those tickets are still available at French Press and Statements. It's always a fun time, so bring your friends.
Like some corn bingo, win some raffle prizes.
Yes. Okay.
Lots of food, lots of food. There's silent auctions and raffles, bingo. There could be a smaller version of the style show. There's lots of, similar to what it was before, a little bit smaller this year, but we plan on building it.
And this Saturday, from 8 to 12, is village cleanup, no tires. There will be 2 dumpsters sitting over here across from the council chambers. And the Boy Scouts will be helping to empty the vehicles.
They're also collecting scrap. So, you know, scrap, bring that.
All right. The chamber meets the 4th Tuesday of each month, 6:30 at the fire station. Community flag sales are May 1st and 2nd. Sign up is going well and it's until the 28th. And that is at the library, Statements by Shannon and JB Smoke and Barbecue. Homecoming is July 23rd, 24th, and 25th. The theme is Happy Birthday, America. The Grand Marshal is Congressman Troy Balderson. They are still needing support and funds for the fireworks display. And you can take your money, drop it off at Home Loan Savings Bank into the Chamber's fireworks fund. They also have an email. If you have questions, it's WLfireworks43845@gmail.com. April 25th, the America 250 train will be coming through the village. It's not stopping. So on the 25th, it will be here at 11 and 4:30. And then on 4/26, we'll be coming through again. That will be at 10:30 in the morning and 4 p.m. in the afternoon. And the governor will be on the train for the 26th. And they are going to use Audrey's luncheon, decorations to make Railroad Street look better. So they're going to decorate Main Street, Railroad
We're
Street.
just gonna pre-use some USA banners and stuff.
Yeah, so come out with all your red, white, blue, and.
And those times are approximate because it is on a train. Yeah, the exact.
And also the last thing I is from the Coshocton County 740 Off-Road Group. They are having their second annual, that's side by side, poker run. And that is going to be June the 20th. And, it's $25 for, registration. They're gonna have hall bros, live bands, 50/50, door prizes. Registration starts at 9:30. And here's a couple of phone numbers. I have them in now. Oh, here they are. Okay. So a couple of phone numbers to call for information. And it's 740-202-0123 or 740-610-7149. And the address for the event is 251 East 7th Street here in the village. That's all.
Oh, community revitalization.
That's me again. No.
Finding.
Oh, that's me again. Okay. Gotta slow down a little bit here, people. Okay, so, bills, we have bills to pay. So, and we also have end of month for March. So I need approval for the end of month March bills. Statements. I did.
I'll second
Did you
that.
make a motion?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wasn't-
I didn't understand that as a motion.
I'm sorry. You knew what I wanted to do.
Oh, so. Maple,
Yes.
Percy,
Yes.
Mauer,
Yes.
Fisher,
Yes.
Yoho.
All right, moving on to ordinance. Christie not her.
No.
Good evening. Earlier this evening, we discussed a new resolution on the table that is Resolution 2026-24. It's to execute a contract for mosquito spraying with Plainfield. And this is also to get into contract and have a more, I don't want to use legitimate, but that's what I want to use. It's more legitimate tracking of when we sub out to these other communities. To give an idea, by subbing out to these other communities, we all but virtually pay for the spray to maintain our own communities. This is actually a really good thing for us to keep going. There's a couple other on the agenda tonight, which will be taken care of later. Also, just wanted to make all the residents aware that Ohio Gas and Electric has requested a solicitation permit, which may or may not go through, but I wanted to put it out there so everyone's aware. They have to have that permit on them. You can ask to see it. If they can't produce it, you can always call the police department. They'll take care of it. I've actually ran off a couple at my house that didn't have permits. So,
Brandon does a great job of chasing them down.
Yes.
and lastly, for ordinance tonight, we have been discussing some of the ways to streamline some of our grant processes. So I'm going to ask for a roll call vote to allow the village administrator, mayor, and fiscal officer, or department heads, I should say, to apply for grants without council approval, but only seek council approval for those that have been awarded to us. Essentially, we can apply for 20 grants and we may see one if we're lucky. So this would save a lot of time, confusion, and discussion. So I'd like to do that roll call vote.
Mauer,
Yes.
Poe,
Yes.
Maple,
Yes.
Percy,
Yes.
Yoho, Fisher.
Yes.
That is all for this evening for ordinance.
Park board.
We continued our discussion on putting cameras at Burt Park. The intention with installing the cameras on the bandstand would be to allow the bathrooms to be open all season long. They wouldn't be locked
Separate.
if we're at night. We're looking at the cameras and installing auto locks on the bathrooms, so they would for sure be locked every night and then would automatically unlock at a set time during the day. Do believe it's needed with the influx of children playing at the new playground. There are always dozens of people over there, which is a great thing. So this assists some of the parents in town for sure. I encountered that myself. We received a quote for 4 cameras and installation, came to $2197.20. It would initially use the school's internet, and if not, it doesn't work very well, then we would have to establish internet at the park.
That's it. Planning Commission local,
Nothing tonight.
Planning Commission county. Public safety,
Nothing tonight.
public works.
Good evening again. One of the big topics that came up these past couple weeks has been the utilities' responsibility for restoration of damage. Any utility that comes through, if they are responsible to tear up a section of sidewalk or kind of driveway, they are responsible for the restoration of it. If it's something that is on the homeowner side of the property and the homeowners work, it's not the utilities company's responsibility for restoration. Just something that kind of came up as last couple weeks, and it's something that we finally got to the nuts and bolts of it with the city of Coshocton. So, and lastly, for public works, IGS plans. The IGS rates are up for renewal this year, increasing quite a bit, but not unexpectedly. So, I think on a roll call vote to renew those. Motion to renew the IGS
Of 18 months.
on the
Recommended.
18-month term.
Yes. Fisher,
Yes.
No, Mauer,
Yes.
Yoho. Nicole,
Yes.
Percy,
Yes.
Council Public Works,
Nothing else.
your attention. Department reports, fire. Pretty loud. Sit down.
Evening.
evening.
Plainly, March was terrible. All because one day, 31 calls, 31 March, 14 of those were on Friday.
Oh, wow.
That power on the job. Yeah, that was brutal.
It's more Saturdays. Couple of mutual aid calls, house fire. We volunteered 400 hours last month. 0 part of loss in our district. 67 calls for the year. Last month was 3,000. So last March, which is bad.
Yeah.
I actually had 36 calls last month, but they weren't all in one day. Some guys back there, windstorm, usually don't find particles. We have a 20-acre and a 10-acre ones for at that same time. And usually 10 and 3 count.
We're all busy.
Yeah, there's us. But nice stuff, they really do.
We appreciate you.
That guys are running like your asses were fire and your hands were catching. Yeah.
Fiscal officer,
Okay, I'll touch first on the rest of the legislation that's on the agenda for tonight. Resolution 2026-16 will receive its third and final reading tonight, and that is to authorize us to sign documents with Vic Allen Construction for repairing the sanitary sewer main behind the village administration office. That quote came in at $17,950. Resolution 2026-17 will receive its third and final reading, and that'll authorize the fiscal officer and the police chief to sign an updated agreement with the Stockton County Commissioners for their IT support for the Zerker computers. Resolution 2026-18 will receive its third and final reading, and that is to add funds, first in the fire department fund in the amount of $15,000. That was for grant funding that was received from the state fire marshal to purchase equipment, and also approximately $16,500 into the Drive to Succeed grant fund, and that is so that we can finish utilizing that grant funding before the deadline of June 30th. Resolution 2026-20 will receive its third and final reading, and that is to establish a separate police fund, number 217. Resolution 2026-21 will receive its third and final reading, authorizing the fiscal officer and the fire chief to enter into an agreement with Atlantic Emergency Solutions to purchase the fire equipment. Again, they received grant funding from the state fire marshal for that. The purchased equipment will come to $16,140, and $15,000 of that is grant funding. New on the agenda tonight is Resolution 2026-22, and that is to authorize the fiscal officer to repay in advance $50,000. Last year, there was an advance made of that $50,000 from the general fund to the 265 ARC Ready grant fund. It was a reimbursable grant that was received by the village, and the deadline to pay that is 12 months, and that's coming up here at the end of April. We need to pay that $50,000 back to the general fund. The other two have already been spoken to. Also want to remind residents that the deadline to file your village income tax is this Wednesday, April 15th. Again, just want to reiterate that if you have any questions at all, you can stop in the village administration office or call me at 740-545-6541 with any questions, or if you need any assistance with filing. You can also file taxes at www.ritaohio.com. We also discussed today that we're looking to do the RITA non-filer program again this year. We typically do that every other year, and that is where residents in the village that are past due on filing their taxes or are not signed up to pay their taxes, the income tax, they'll send them a notice to let them know that they're not compliant, and they will have I think like 60 days to become compliant and catch up on the tax filings. After that, it will go to an administrative subpoena where it costs the village $1 to send out each subpoena to the residents that are non-compliant. So just to give an idea of the last time we did this 2 years ago, by signing up for that program, there were 582 non-filing letters that were sent out. There were 483 administrative subpoenas sent out, costing the village $483, and in turn brought in a total of $15,438. That was recouped to bring residents that weren't compliant up to date. Later this week, we will be, actually, I've already kind of started, but we will have auditors in the office this week, starting Wednesday. Since in 2025, we spent more than $1 million in federal grant funding. We have to go through a single audit with the state. So the Auditor of State's office will be in the office for the next couple of weeks doing that audit. And just as a heads up, we're on track to do that again next year, just because of the federal grants that we've received so far and spending so far this year. Those have been passed around for approval. That's all I have today.
All right, police.
Update on the Easter egg hunt. We had April 4th, we had approximately 250 people show up. There was 10,000 eggs that was
with candy that was donated and stuff for the event. Served out approximately 200 hot dogs and chips for the community. So I want to thank everybody that participated, and that contributed.
I'd
Okay.
like to especially thank the chief's wife, because she did a lot of extra above and beyond. So she did a tremendous job.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And you're
I can't name everybody, so I'm not even gonna try. So. Okay, monthly report. Calls for service, we had 1,520 calls. Business checks, we had 1,262. Reports taken was 31. Felony arrest was 0. Misdemeanor arrest was 9. Juvenile arrest was 0. We had 82 traffic stops, 9 citations issued, 0 crashes in the village, 0 OBI arrests in the village, 0 warrant arrests in the village, 6 paper services, and $97.89 in fuel. for March.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Solicitor, you're up. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was a busy month for me. To keep up things that we're going to get an executive session. I guess we can talk about it then, but I didn't want your privilege here. I'm not going to get into in much detail. But glad to see that negotiations have been resolved. It seems to be on a basis moving forward. So it's going to give us to do in the future.
Well, we appreciate your help through those.
Thanks, Dora.
Village administrator.
Good evening. I have, first I'll start with a grant opportunity that we had applied for last November. It was to the Ohio Department of Natural Resources for the Land and Water Conservation Fund grant. And that was going to be for Waterworks Park improvements. And they did send a letter saying that they did not select this project for funding. So I wanted to fill you all in on that, but we have followed up with some of the state appropriated funding and for the park. So hopefully we're still working on funding, I guess. Our sewer revenue for March, I wanted to highlight this. This is for bulk septage that we receive at the sewer plant and from other haulers. It was over $10,000 for March. They took in a lot of wastewater. And they had training on their new vac truck last week, I think it was, and they're learning to use that. So you might see that out and about. We'll be cleaning storm drains and sanitary sewers and whatever we need to with it, pretty much. So, and that was funded with the House Bill 168 grant that we received and other funding too, but that was all part of our sewer outfall project and for sewer inspection. I think that's it for tonight.
All right, moving on to the introduction of ordinances and resolutions. 2026-16, a resolution authorizing the fiscal officer and village administrator to execute all documents necessary with Vic Allen Construction LLC for the purpose of repairing sanitary sewer main in the village of West Lafayette, Ohio. This is the third reading.
Motion to adopt resolution 2026-16.
Fisher,
Yes.
Percy,
Yes.
Co, Maple,
Yes.
Bauer,
Yes.
Yoho,
2026-17, a resolution authorizing the fiscal officer and or police chief to sign and execute all documents necessary with the Board of Commissioners of Coshocton County, Ohio. This is the third reading and an emergency.
Motion to adopt 2026-17.
Second.
Poe, Maple,
Yes.
Percy,
Yes.
Mauer,
Yes.
Fisher,
Yes.
Yoho,
2026-18, a resolution to amend the 2026 permanent appropriation ordinance 2025-63, adding funds. This is the third reading in an emergency.
Motion to adopt 2026-18.
Second.
Percy,
Yes.
Poe, Mauer,
Yes.
Yoho, Maple, Fisher,
Yes.
2026-20, a resolution establishing a police fund 217 for the accounting of funds for the village of West Lafayette. This is the third reading.
To adopt resolution 2026-20.
Oh.
yeah. Maple,
Yes.
Percy,
Yes.
Yoho, Mauer,
Yes.
Poe, Fisher,
Yes.
2026-21, a resolution authorizing the fiscal officer and fire chief to execute all documents necessary with Atlantic Emergency Solutions for the purpose of purchasing fire equipment. This is the third reading.
Motion to adopt 2026-21.
Second.
Mauer,
Yes.
Yoho, Poe, Maple,
Yes.
Percy,
Yes.
Fisher,
Yes.
2026-22, a resolution to advance $50,000 to the general fund from the ARC Ready Fund and declaring this an emergency. This is the first reading. 2026-23, a resolution by the council of the village of West Lafayette, Ohio, Coshocton County, authorizing and directing the mayor and fiscal officer to submit a grant with the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, for the Building Resilient Infrastructure Communities, BRIC, grant. And if the grant is offered, receive further authorization for the mayor and fiscal officer to execute the grant contract and all related documents authorizing the village of West Lafayette to accept any grant money awarded and declaring this an emergency. This is the first reading, and it was the longest.
I didn't say.
2026
Story time.
Yeah, 2026-24, an ordinance permitting the village of West Lafayette, Coshocton County, Ohio, to establish a mosquito control service agreement to spray mosquitoes in neighboring local municipalities and neighborhoods. This is the first reading. No other business.
Make a motion to pay the bills.
Second.
Yoho, Mauer,
Yes.
Maple,
Yes.
Poe, Percy,
Yes.
Fisher.
Yes.
And we do not need to do executive session.
No executive session this evening, so we just need a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
2 seconds. Fisher,
Yes.
Percy.
Yeah.
Poe,
Yes.
Maple,
Yeah.
Mauer,
Yes.
Yoho. Or adjourned.
Yay.